In this tutorial, I will show you how to create a new project in the GridVis Desktop and license this project with a test phase. Licensing with a full license is done analogously. An overview of the licensing of the GridVis can be found on the website GridVis.com. Here you can see the GridVis Desktop. How to install the GridVis on your PC is shown in another tutorial, which you can find in the video description. The upper area contains the menus and various actions. On the left, you see the areas for projects and measured values. Since no project has been created yet, these areas are empty. In the right area, the corresponding windows are opened depending on the action performed. For a freshly installed GridVis, the release notes in the GridVis help are displayed there. You can call up the GridVis help at any time in the Help menu. Open the File menu and click on New Project to create a new project. A project for the GridVis Desktop is automatically selected. Give the project a name. Please note that the project name cannot be changed. Select the file path where the project is to be saved. You can set it either directly via the input field or via the Browse button. The GridVis creates a folder in your Personal Documents folder where the project folders are saved. You can also place the project folder somewhere else in your file directory. Please note that the project folder must be located locally when using the YaNitzer-DB because the YaNitzer-DB is a file-structured database. By default, a project uses the YaNitzer-DB as a database. A YaNitzer-DB can only be accessed with one GridVis Desktop at a time. With a GridVis Web, access from several installations are possible. However, you can also use SQL databases. The advantage of an SQL database is that it is available on the network and multiple users can access it. Additionally, with an SQL database, you can use external backup tools. Deselect the Use Default Database option to connect the project to an SQL database. Enter the database type and the corresponding access data here. Click on Finish to create the project. If necessary, confirm the creation of the database. The project will now be created and set up. Before you can use the project, it must be licensed. With a free test phase, you can get to know the different functions of the GridVis Expert for 30 days. To do this, you need a YaNitzer ID, which you use to start a GridVis test phase. How to create a YaNitzer ID and start a test phase is explained in another tutorial, which you can find in the video description. Once the project is set up, a window will open asking you to license the project. Log in here with your YaNitzer ID. All licenses available in this YaNitzer ID will be listed. Please note that you have a maximum of 100 items available in the test phase. Select the test phase. The wizard will now license the project. After successful licensing, you will receive a confirmation email to the email address provided in your YaNitzer ID. The project can now be used. Another tutorial deals with first actions in a project. This tutorial is linked in the video description. In the project tree, you can see the license status and which database type the project uses. In the project overview window, you can also check the license status of the project. Under license information, you see that the project was licensed with the test phase and how long the test phase can still be used. After the test phase expires, either the test phase must be converted to a full license or the project must be licensed again. The conversion of a test phase into a full license is shown in another tutorial. You can also find this tutorial in the video description. Thank you for your interest in this tutorial. For more information, please visit wiki.janitza.de.